So our new website has some options that are pretty neat, and one of them is the ability to password protect a web page that you may only want students to access, that you may not want to share with the entire world on a public website. That could be information that's specific to your teaching. That could be homework assignments. That could be a test or a quiz. It could be a lot of different things because you, the teacher, would determine what would be important to password protect. An example of that is with Roger Foucher's class. So if I were to select his class from the website, you'll notice that he has a lot of nice things here. He has his home page, he has some information on AP Physics, and he has information on advanced robotics. But if you notice, there's one particular link that has this little bullet next to it that kind of sets itself apart from the rest. This we've set up to be a page that you need a password to get access to. So if I were to select that page, it's going to bring me to a login site that will ask for the credentials. In this particular case, I have set up a user called Fouché Student, and I've assigned a password. So let's hope I spelt the password correctly. So once I've entered that information, you now have access to see exactly what's in Mr. Fouché's homework page for AP Physics. So if that's something that you think you might want to do for your class or for your website using our new design, let me show you how it's done. So now I'm at a different scene altogether in terms of the website. When I log in with my user credentials, or when you log into your teacher credentials, you're going to see your current pages and all the pages that you might have listed under that site that you've created. When you're password protecting a web page, there are a few things that you have to have done in advance. The first is you need to email me saying, I would like to password protect a website. Can you create me a student credential? I'll be glad to do that, and will email you that information so that you can set this up. The second thing is you have to set views and assign user rights and create a redirect page and a couple of other little details in order to get this site going. How's that done? Pretty simple. In this particular case, I've logged in as Barbara Lavoine. Here are my current pages. I have my home page and I have my homework page. The homework page is the one that I want to password protect. To the right of that, I have this Actions drop-down menu. The first thing that I want to do is go to Page Options. And in my page options, I want to make sure that I hide this page from website navigation. Since I'm password protecting it, I really don't want anybody to see it. I also want to say that I'd like to put a little bulleted icon next to this. You don't have to have the bulleted icon. It's all about visual presentation. But for me, it's a nice cue as to that page is password protected. So I'm going to click the Save button, and I put those two pieces in place. The next thing that I have to do is return to my Action page and set my viewers. It's at this moment that I want to assign my student viewer. So I'm going to click on the Assign User button, and I'm going to add that student user. I'll just click in the last name. And notice that I have 3 usernames with my last name. In this case, I'm going to select the account that was created specifically for the students to log in to this password protected page. I'm going to select that, click the Add button, and then close that box. So those are 2 very important pieces of information that I've done. Now if I view my website, you'll notice that I can't see that homework page. So I need to set something up in which we can see that homework page or redirect users to that homework page where they need to log in to actually see the information. So I'm going to create a new page, and I will call it the same thing, homework. You could, of course, label it something different. Uh, for example, Civics 101 class, my Period B class, my after school project class, whatever it is that's appropriate for the page that you're creating and redirecting to. I'll just make it a blank page, and I'm going to save and continue. And since I really don't want to put anything on this because it's going to be a redirect page, I'm just going to close right out of that. So when I return to the website, I want you to notice that I have my home page. I have my homework page with information on it that actually has the homework assignments that I want password protected. And then I've created this next page that's going to redirect me to the homework page. Couple of steps I have to do here. The first is I have to organize those pages so that they are nested in the proper order that allows me to password protect the page and not the whole site. That can be a bit confusing, but if I click on this little button here, this is the top level of my website. This is a sub-level of my website. If I didn't nest my homework page underneath my home page, then I would have to password protect the entire site. I just want to password protect a page, so I've nested it under that particular home page item. I need to take my redirect page that I'm going to create and make sure that is nested underneath the home pages too as well. So once I've clicked Organize Pages, notice that my mouse icon becomes a nice pointed cross, and I'm going to click and hold my mouse, and I'm going to drag it up, and you notice it's going to create a green line to tell me that I'm about to pop it into and nest it under the home page. So as soon as I release my mouse, you'll see that I have both of those pages written here. I'm going to click the Save button, and boom, that's what I have, exactly what I want. I have my original page that I have the little edit button here, and then I have my redirect page. So they're nested underneath my home page so that when I password protect this, it's only going to password protect the homework page. So there's one final step that's sort of important. In order for this redirect page to work, you have to get the link from this page and assign it to that page. So once again, in order for this to work, I have to grab a link from this website page, assign it to this website page, and then make sure that I've set the redirect up, and we'll test it out. So I'm actually going to go to my Actions menu once again on the homework page, and I'm going to choose this option called Get Link. When I do that, it's going to give me some addresses. If I click in that box and I choose Copy, I can close the box, and now I'm going to assign that redirect, that website, to this particular page that's not password protected. So I'm going to go to my Actions. I'm going to go to my Page Options. I am going to paste that link into this map page to web address and click the Save button. Before I do that, I want you to notice that I don't have this page hidden, and I do have a show a bullet image next to this page. So when I click the Save button, notice how the icon changes. This is telling me that this page is now a redirect. It's mapped to a different web page. It's mapped to this site right here. I hope all of this makes sense, but if not, simply email or call me and I'll make sure that I can walk you through the steps. So let's try this out. In order for it to work, I need to be logged out of my account. So what I've done for the sake of testing this is I have my incognito page set up So we're going to return to my incognito page, and I'm going to select my website, Lavoine B. Here's my redirect. Here's my homework. Notice that I can see welcome to my web page. When I click on this, it's going to ask me to log in, enter those student credentials that I provided you, and then you'll be able to see the information on that page. So let's do that. And now when I click the sign in button, there we go. The information that I had hidden and password protected is now visible to those students. So before I conclude this lesson, I just need to add one final piece of information because it could happen. It could happen, but once the student has logged in, you should be aware that they could actually go to their account information for the student credentials, edit their account information, and change the password on you. If they do that, that's not a problem. Simply email me and I'll quickly change that password back to whatever it is that you would like. That's the only real flaw in this process because it does kind of commit to having some hacking abilities on the password. But it really is not a big issue, and I'll be training a couple of other back-end people that manage the website how to change that as well. Most likely Arlen Consiglio and Ann Teft. So even if you can't get a hold of me, you'll be able to contact one of those two folks and they can reset a password for this particular student credential as well. So have no fear about that. We'll make sure that that's taken care of. So that is how we can password protect our web page so that only students or whoever you want to have access to that information can get access to that web page. If you have any questions, remember folks, you can easily email me or give me a call. I'll be glad to stop by and show you how to do it or provide some one-on-one extra help. All right, thank you.